Weak people revenge, strong people forgive, intelligent people ignore. The difference between stupidity and genius is that genius has its limits. We can't solve today's problems with the mentality that created them. Everybody is a genius, but if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing that it is stupid. The world will not be destroyed by those who do evil, but by those who watch them without doing anything. Information is not knowledge. The only source of knowledge is experience. You need experience to gain wisdom. The only thing more dangerous than ignorance is arrogance. Failure is success in progress. Don't listen to the person who has the answers. Listen to the person who has the questions. Thinking is hard work. That's why so few do it. If you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough. Our lives will be measured by what we do for others. Don't wait for miracles. Your whole life is a miracle. Persistence is the most powerful force on earth. It can move mountains. Just because you believe in something does not mean that it is true. A clever person solves a problem. A wise person avoids it. God did not create evil. Just as darkness is the absence of light, evil is the absence of God. We cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them. Everyone knew it was impossible until a fool who didn't know came along and did it. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. If you want to live a happy life, tie it to a goal, not to people or objects. Knowledge is realizing that the street is one way. Wisdom is looking in both directions anyway. Knowledge and ego are directly related. The less knowledge, the greater the ego. 3 great forces rule the world: stupidity, fear, and greed. A ship is always safe at the shore, but that is not what it is built for. Genius is making complex ideas simple, not making simple ideas complex. What you can't imagine, you can't discover. If you want your children to be intelligent, read them fairy tales. If you want them to be more intelligent, read them more fairy tales. Blind belief in authority is the greatest enemy of truth. Don't listen to their words, fix your attention on their deeds. There comes a point in your life when you need to stop reading other people's books and write your own. I must be willing to give up what I am in order to become what I will be. The value of a college education is not the learning of many facts, but the training of the mind to think. Life is a preparation for the future, and the best preparation for the future is to live as if there were none. A problem defined is a problem half solved. Condemnation before investigation is the highest form of ignorance. I think 99 times and find nothing. I stop thinking, swim in the silence, and the truth comes to me. Never underestimate your own ignorance. In the middle of every difficulty lies opportunity. The woman who follows the crowd will usually go no further than the crowd. The woman who walks alone is likely to find herself in places no one has ever been before. The only reason for time is so that everything doesn't happen at once. Be kind to people who are different from you. The only sure way to avoid making mistakes is to have no new ideas. Cherish the questions, for the answers keep changing. It has become appallingly obvious that our technology has exceeded our humanity. Those who have the privilege to know have the duty to act. If you want different results, do not do the same things. Learn from yesterday, live for today, hope for tomorrow. The important thing is not to stop questioning. Success comes from curiosity, concentration, perseverance, and self-criticism. Once you stop learning, you start dying. Only two things are infinite, the universe and human stupidity, and I'm not sure about the former. If people are good because they fear punishment and hope for reward, then we are a sorry lot indeed. If you don't have many friends, that means you have a lot of life experience. The individual who has experienced solitude will not easily become a victim of mass suggestion. The stupid are invincible. Adversity introduces a man to himself. Let every man judge according to his own standards, by what he has himself read, not by what others tell him. Wisdom is not a product of schooling, but of the lifelong attempt to acquire it. Show me a satisfied man, and I'll show you a failure. I always found I was in the best of company, alone. I never made one of my discoveries through the process of rational thinking. Genius is 1% talent and 99% hard work. A great thought begins by seeing something differently, with a shift of the mind's eye. The ideas that have lighted my way have been kindness, duty, and truth. The true sign of intelligence is not knowledge but imagination. Mankind invented the atomic bomb, but no mouse would ever construct a mousetrap. You can't use an old map to explore a new world. I prefer to make up my own quotes and attribute them to very smart people so that I can use them to win arguments. The most precious things in life are not those you get for money. Make everything as simple as possible, but not simpler. Where you see difficulty, I see opportunity. Any fool can know. The point is to understand. Intelligence is not the ability to store information, but to know where to find it. I'm more interested in the future than in the past, because the future is where I intend to live. Women always worry about things that men forget. Men always worry about things women remember. If I were to remain silent, I'd be guilty of complicity. We can understand almost anything, but we can't understand how we understand. You have to learn the rules of the game, and then you have to play better than anyone else. More the knowledge, lesser the ego, lesser the knowledge, more the ego. Never do anything against conscience, even if the state demands it. The best design is the simplest one that works. The horizon of many people is a circle with a radius of 0. They call this their point of view. Nothing happens unless something moves. Time is just something we invented to make motion seem simple. Nothing in the world makes people so afraid as the influence of independent-minded people. One can't teach a cat not to catch birds. Live with purpose. Don't let people or things around you get you down. You never fail until you stop trying. Everyone should be respected as an individual, but no one idolized. At least once a day, allow yourself the freedom to think and dream for yourself. Philosophy is empty if it isn't based on science. Science discovers, philosophy interprets. Any society which does not insist upon respect for all life must necessarily decay. Time is not at all what it seems. It does not flow in only one direction, and the future exists simultaneously with the past. The press, which is mostly controlled by vested interests, has an excessive influence on public opinion. The secret to creativity is knowing how to hide your sources. Experts are just trained dogs. When you trip over love, it is easy to get up, but when you fall in love, it is impossible to stand again. To be free means to be independent, not to be influenced by what others think and say. Don't let your brain interfere with your heart. One should respect an honest person, even if he expresses opinions differing from one's own. The only mistake in life is the lesson not learned.